Hi, I'm Tammy Beilstein. Welcome to Tammy's Window on Calaveras. Tonight I have with me Mary Jane Genochio from the Arts Council and Grover Anderson. He's a musician who happens to be someone who is local, now moved away, but is back to do some things for us in our county that I'm so excited about. Now, we're going to talk about the music in the parks. Before we do that, you have some really cool things here because you have a changeover at the gallery, is that right?
We have a little bit of a change, Tammy. Thank you for asking. We have had gallery shows with themes that our visual artists and ceramic artists create. Okay, it's fall, so let's do pumpkins.
Yeah.
And that's all well and good, but we were finding out that people were a little resistant to coming into a gallery to see a themed show and come to a reception. It's, you know, sometimes it's a little intimidated because what should I like about art and what shouldn't I, you know, so they felt a little uncomfortable. And we decided, wait a minute, we're really a place where you can buy things. You buy the art, and so we're changing the dynamics to really focus in. We are a gallery store, just like in museums. You go into a museum store, you're a gallery store, and we are selling fine art created by local artists.
Does this mean everything in your store is for sale now?
Everything. Everything is for sale. We don't accept a not for sale.
Okay.
It's got to be retail. And then also to focus on, it's not all about visual arts. You know, Grover is a musician. He is an artist.
Yes.
We've got
excellent.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear you sing. I'll go.
Yeah, here we go. See, we want to rush through this. But we also have fabric art. We've got wonderful quilts. We have a wood artist from Valley Springs. His name is Stephen Bennett.
This is wood.
It's wood.
Whoa.
I know. And they're called wood turning, or he's a wood turner. And we've got incredible pieces of work in the office. And in fact, this is a bottle stopper. Now, I don't need it as a bottle stopper because I very seldom have something to stop in my bottle. But look at that. It looks like a piece of marble.
You're such a lush. No, I thought this was marble.
I know. It looks like marble.
That blows me away.
Yeah, and it all depends on the wood.
That's awesome. And that's the price on the bottom, or is that
Very affordable.
seriously? I got to get one of these from my mom.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Have you felt this?
Gladly.
That is incredible.
Yeah,
This is great.
And we also have wonderful jewelry. This is Wild Hair Designs, and I did take off the tag because I didn't want to do a mini pearl on you. But these are wonderful crystals in silver, beautiful clasp, magnetic clasp, and this is Wild Hair out of Hathaway Pines. So again, local jewelry artist. And then we have a beautiful bird, and actually the bird, look at all those little tiny beads, and what Angela Berlio does is find a piece of wood, sculpts it a little bit, and then puts each bead on that bird.
Oh my God. I would see that beak right there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, that's enough. I can't do any more than that. That's awesome.
And Wild Hair also has a, he torches copper, and this is a beautiful piece.
Oh. That's beautiful. I wonder if I can see that.
He brought in a piece that he actually framed. So imagine this is a wall hanging, not just a tchotchke on a desk, but it's a beautiful color. It looks like a peacock.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
And then Sonia Ziegler, one of our other artists, thanks Grover, she's a visual artist, she is a musician, she paints gourds, and it's nonstop. It's like
is that a gourd?
That's a gourd.
It's pretty cool.
Neat.
Yeah. Because you know,
oh my gosh, it weighs nothing.
It weighs nothing. So I want to emphasize the fact that we have so many
there we go.
mediums in the gallery. It's not just about putting something on your wall. So
oh, this is so neat. And to be able to say that it was made by someone local.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That is so neat. You know, I was talking about you guys. I actually stopped over at the mortuary in San Andreas.
Good. Did you say it?
I go in there because I love those guys. And so I go in just to see what's new. And they showed me that they have urns that are made by, I believe they said it was someone in Angels Camp, but I might be wrong. Gorgeous.
I have 2 urns, one for my husband and one for me.
Yeah?
Depending on who goes first.
I hope it works that way. That'd be awkward.
It's like we'll label it. Okay, that one's Mary Jane's. Oh, this is Dean's. But why not?
Oh, what a great idea. And I told him you need to make sure that you label these as being made by a local artist.
Absolutely.
Oh,
But we actually have some dog urns, our pet urns, that were created by one of our artists, and they're there, and until they're being used, you can put dried flowers in them. Why not?
True.
Yeah.
True. We have the most talented people in our community. Blows me away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the things I think of.
Yeah. We have the same amount of talent that they have in Santa Ynez and Santa Fe. They just live in Calaveras County.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Well, you guys do such a good job over there. Are you still going to do the event where you have the high school kids do a presentation?
Well, we had the high school art show already, and that's from March until April. So
and even with this new
absolutely.
thing that you're doing.
Oh,
okay.
no. Well, our focus is arts and ed and bringing arts to Calaveras residents and guests of any age. And we really focus on certainly the high school students for the high school art show and get involved with the arts and ed for the K through 8. And in fact, I had a young lady from Bret Harte School, Hannah Hughes, present with me a school project where she was an advocate for the arts, where she was on stage helping me introduce the Ovations performers.
Oh, very neat. That's so neat. You know, until my kids got involved with that art program over at the high school, they didn't even realize they were artistic until they needed to make something for the class to present in your studio there. And we have my daughter's piece right on the mantle in the living room. It's so good. She made a Great Dane. It was so cool.
Yeah.
And then my son, he can draw anything in the world. And it was neat. They were serious about it. They knew people were going to come and look and check out their art, and they wanted to do it just right.
Well, you know, it's about creativity, but it's also about the teamwork. It's about discipline. They have to think things through. So when you say that the arts is about just the right side of your brain and you don't, you know, just be whimsical, I think Grover will attest to it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of planning, and a lot of left brain.
Well, when he does what he does, he makes it look really easy. Yeah.
Thanks.
You do.
Thank you.
I couldn't even remember the words to a song, and then you're playing a guitar and singing it at the same time and doing it so beautifully.
Yeah, without, you know, handwritten notes on
I
your
know.
Oh, you
hand.
can't see the inside of my arm.
Seriously, I'd have to pull a Sarah Palin the whole time. You know. Oh, so we have the Music in the Parks
That's
coming
right.
up.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
and
I'm
that's
really
all
excited.
part of what you guys do.
Absolutely.
A big part of what you do, I would say.
Bringing a lot of different music genres to the community, it's free. And so we'll go from what Grover's performing to Celtic to blues to old rock and roll, and a lot of people, you know, oh, I don't know, you know, hey, it's free. It's an evening in the parks. And so, oh, we can do that. And then, you know, you stand there or you sit there and you say, I didn't know I liked independent rock opera or something like that.
That's right.
And, you know, because sometimes the names intimidate people. So, you know, we try and just say, hey, it's a nice evening in the park.
Oh, they're so laid back. Have you been to one?
I have.
People just laying there on their lawn chair, on their blanket, eating their dinner. It is so laid back and comfortable. I just love it. You're there with your neighbors. And
well, Grover performed for us last year on one of the hottest days in Calaveras County. By 6:30, 7 o'clock, it was 102.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. Let's not have a repeat of that for you.
Well, this year, he's going to come back, and the music's going to to be hot.
Yes.
Oh, smooth.
Nice.
I like
Hello.
that.
Don't
I'm
leave me
in.
hanging. That was good.
Oh,
I'm waiting.
I
High
got
five.
you.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Okay.
That was a good one. That was smooth. Yeah, very good. So where are you going to be playing when you come to perform?
I'm going to be playing at Shutter Hill Park in McCallamy Hill on July 16th.
And it's very shaded there, isn't it?
So I think that was the reward for the band last year.
That's right. That's right.
Do you play with a whole band? It's not just you. Okay.
I have a 4-piece band I play with. I strum and sing, and then bass, lead guitar, and drums. So that's what we'll be playing with in Moke Hill.
Now let's back up just a sec. You were saying you went to Bret Harte High School.
I did.
the guys in your band, did they go to high school with you also, or did you pick them up along the way?
No, they're all fairly local. One of them lives in Arnold, Kevin, the bass player, and then Josh and Chris are both across the river in Tuolumne County.
Very cool,
So, yeah.
very cool. So how old were you when you got into music, or when you knew that you could sing and perform the way you do?
Well, I knew that I could sing and perform when I was like 5, but that's a long time before actually being able to sing and perform.
Okay.
There's a lot of bad singing and performed with a lot of confidence for a long time. And then I was really involved with the musical theater program at Bret Hart. My sophomore year was when the new theater opened.
Oh,
So
nice.
we did The Wiz as like the inaugural show, and it was really fun.
Very cool.
And I think I still really thought I had more confidence than practice under my belt at that point too, but it was okay. And then, I took quite a bit of time off from actually performing publicly, and more studying and writing and learning and a lot of absorbing. Yeah. And then it wasn't probably until about 2006 when I got back to playing in front of people, and not regularly until more like 2008, 2009.
Okay.
So.
And what is your music, the type of music called?
I use folk rock because you have to have a term.
Right.
Singer-songwritery, somewhere between country and pop and folk.
Okay.
Storytelling is the word I use.
Oh, good.
I like to use. But
Good. Now, did you tell me the dates that you're going to be playing?
Yeah, July 16th.
July 16th, okay.
It's a Wednesday, as they all are.
They all are, yes. 6 o'clock?
6:30 the music starts, but actually people have so much fun, they start coming to the parks around 5. They lay their blankets out, set up their little dining trays, and with their beverages of choice, just sit back and relax for the music to start.
Oh, that is so cool. Now, I know we're still early on in the show, but I am so dying to hear you sing.
Okay.
Will you do something for us?
Sure, gladly. Oh man, no pressure.
I know, none.
Okay, this is a song off my new CD that came out in March. So it's pretty exciting. It's called Save the World. It's a very political song about, well, you'll get it.
Okay.
She likes my taste in music and I love her taste for life. And she can't stand to read, but I love what she writes. And when I need an answer, she'll only ask me why. But I know that it's somewhere behind those eyes, because she's just as uncool as me. But she loves me like you won't believe. And she swears to sing along, gonna save the world. She goes la da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da. I'm probably turning red now, aren't I? That didn't say
No, it doesn't. God, I love your voice.
And she'll never tell me what she's thinking, but she'll tell everybody how she feels. Says she ought to go to prison for them hearts that she steals. And when I'm feeling safe, she goes and catches me off guard. Oh, we both take our jokes just a little too far, because she's just as uncool as me. But she loves me like you won't believe. And she swears to sing along, we're gonna save the world. She goes la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da, dancing in the silence of the moonlight. We're making up new words to all our songs, and it don't matter which one is running through my head, because I know she'll be singing along, because she's just as uncool as me. Oh, but she loves me like you won't believe. And she swears to sing along, gonna save the world. She goes la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da.
Oh my God. You blow me away.
Oh, Lordy. Thanks so much.
You should be on the radio every single day.
I agree.
Yes. What do we do about this? That is awesome.
We're starting with public access TV.
Yes.
That's the move.
Yeah. Your voice has something about you reminds me of, do you know who Gavin DeGraw is?
I do.
little bit of him, a little bit of Garth Brooks, maybe?
That's pretty much what I was raised on, so I'll take it.
All right. If
Thank
the
you
two
so
of them
much.
had a baby, they'd make a Grover. That's what I'm thinking.
There was a guy that I went to high school with who once described it as Jason Mraz and Bob
Yes.
Dylan hanging out in a basement listening to Townes Van Zandt, which is a little wordy for what's your genre.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. I was very honored, so thank you, Hannon, for that.
Oh my God, you are so good.
Oh, I don't
So
take compliments
good.
that well. Thank you so much.
You got
Say thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You've had a great one here.
I know. That's why I wanted to bring him back.
Oh,
He
yeah,
needs
yeah.
more people. I mean, yes, Grover, you perform a lot in the Murphys area, and you were at the fairgrounds 2 years in a row, and trying to move him around the county because more people
Yeah.
need to be exposed to his music.
Seriously. Do you have a website that people can go to hear
I
your
do.
music?
It's groveranderson.com.
Okay.
Grover, Grover, and then Anderson with an O. And yeah, there's plenty of places from there.
Do you
to
have a
visit.
calendar on there that people
I
can go
do. I actually have
Good.
a calendar of every show I've ever played.
and where you will be playing?
Yeah,
So we can follow you.
And going forward, yeah.
Okay.
I've just actually put something
Not
on
that I'm
there
going to be like
for-
a stalker. I'm just saying, if I wanted to catch you somewhere.
Yeah, I was just today lining up a festival in around Quincy in September, so we're all the way out.
At the
so-
river.
Good.
Good. And we, on our website at the Arts Council, we have links to all of our performers.
Oh,
so
what a
you
great
just click
idea.
there.
Very good.
Do a little testing of the music.
Very good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take your link and I'm going to email it to everybody I know and say, guess what? I met this guy, and he's awesome.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah.
If they want to meet me too, they're more than happy to.
Alrighty.
I'm pretty accessible.
That is so neat. Now, you totally lucked out with them. Who else do you have this year?
Well, we're actually starting out on, we're running June 11th to August 13th, and we start in Copper, sort of like get the hotter locations done.
Out of the way,
Out
yeah.
of the way, okay. And Snap Jackson and the Knock on Wood Players, and they're
What a
out
cute
of
name.
they're out of Stockton, but they also have links to McCollum Hill,
Good.
and so we do have that local feeling to them, and that's Americana, bluegrass, and they've played some of the venues around Calaveras County and the foothills, but this is the first time we brought them to music in the parks.
Good.
And then old favorites, Delta Wires, they're out of Oakland, real heavy blues, and the sound is terrific. We've got harmonicas, we've got a piano, we have horns. It's an 8-piece band, and Ernie he says, I'm here, and so finally I said, we've got to bring him back because don't go wrong with the blues.
Right.
And they have so much fun, and they're really nice. They negotiate their fees low, and as long as I bring them a beverage of choice, then I'm good
Hold
to
on,
go.
I got to talk to you a little bit.
You can tell me about your beverage of choice. Yeah.
Would that be something that might be useful with the topper
With that
there?
little-
Yes.
well, it's called J&B,
We're
but
not
that's
talking
all right.
Diet Coke. We're not talking to Diet Coke, are we?
No, we're not. And then we've got, the foothills really like Celtic music as well, and so we're
Yeah.
bringing back Men of Worth, and they played a few years for us, and they're great. It's a duo. One's Irish and one is Scottish, and they've got nice little stories about their, Celtic background, and they speak with accents, and what woman doesn't like an accent?
Seriously.
Yeah, and they're great. They're out of the Northwest.
Good,
But
good.
they're native to Ireland and to Scotland. And then we have another local group. Many of people in Calaveras County know them as either Alma or Descendants of Prospectors.
Yes.
They've grown up, and now they are the Hot Dark.
Same group, just a different name?
Yeah, and
Okay.
you can explain how you move around with different music genres.
Yeah, Hot Dark, Descendants of Prospectors. We actually toured together in 2012.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did a whole not U.S. We did California, San Diego on up.
Yeah.
They do all kinds of. They start like in a little folk style, and then they branch it out, and they add the electronic. They add saxophone. It's kind of music that you can listen to and appreciate the depth of it,
Yeah.
but also really makes you dance.
Good.
Really? Okay.
I love them. And I'm cheating because Rick and I went to high school together.
That's
we
Rick Moore.
we played on the same Little League team in Murphys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so fun. I love the small town stuff.
Oh, it's
the
terrific.
connections.
They play on like every song on my CD they play on.
Really?
Not really.
Rick and Kyle, yeah. All the lead
okay.
guitar, the piano, the saxophone on my latest album.
That's
did it all with
awesome.
them.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And then I know I'm not giving the dates to this because we've got mailers. You go on the website www.calaverasarts.org
Okay.
or just type in Google Calaveras Arts and look at events, and the whole schedule's there.
Good.
So and of course, you know, we're going to have media releases. For all the specific dates, but then we have a group, they're a rock and roll duo, Joanne Ebbett and Don Barker, and they have a name that I can't pronounce, but it's super secret, but they scrunch the words together, and it's Suricrete. I don't know.
Supricrit.
Supricrete? Okay.
Supricret.
But it's classic rock and roll, blues, reggae, and country. You can't pronounce the name, but you'll know all the music.
You need to go just to learn how to pronounce the name.
Absolutely, yeah.
Good hook.
So you can be in.
And then, of course, we've got Grover and at Moke Hill, Sourdough Slim and Robert Armstrong. Family friendly. Sourdough has a really huge following, and he's really, really family friendly. He's the funniest entertainer, cowboy music genre. He wears a great big cowboy hat with a, not a regular Western hat, but a big hat. I don't. It's like what that singer Pharrell has, but think cowboy. And he's a yodeler, and so we're going to have cowboy music and a lot of yodeling.
That's a talent, huh?
Yeah. And then we're bringing in a new group. They are actually out of Oakland or Berkeley, the Lemon Hammer group, and that is a blend of rock and blues.
Lemon Hammer.
It's not a drink.
Okay.
Tammy.
Could be.
I don't drink. I wouldn't know anyway.
There you go. You know, special lemonade.
Yeah.
And
Grown-up
then
lemonade.
we like cowboys, and so we're bringing Pip Gillette. He's a cowboy minstrel. He and his brother performed for us a few years ago, and sadly, Pip is now performing solo. And so, you know, it's just going to be a nice event at in San Andreas, and then we're going to close with local favorites, the Black Irish Band.
Oh yeah.
So we all know Black Irish, and we all show up for Black Irish because it's going to be Italian, it's going to be Americana, it's going to be rock, and Irish songs.
Yeah. So just real quickly, which towns are you hitting? Valley Springs, Murphy's, Copperopolis.
We start with Copper, Angels Camp, Utica Park, Greenhorn Creek at Camp's Restaurant, West Point. We switch between West Point and Railroad Flat. It's every other year, and so we're at West Point this time. Valley Springs Ball Field, McCollum Hill, Arnold, Mountain Ranch, San Andreas Turner Park, and then we're going to close in Murphy's.
Nice. That's a wide area. I mean, if you live near any of those places, make sure you go. And these musicians are worth the trip.
Yeah. Well, we actually have people who go to every single show. So all around the county. So they're at Copper, they're at Arnold, they're in Valley Springs, they're at West Point, Railroad Flat, Moke Hill. They're the Deadheads.
That's awesome.
They'll let you know there's no pressure, but you better be as good or better than the last bands they've seen.
Really? They're joking about it, huh?
It's quite a challenge to step up. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, you could take on anybody.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know.
Seriously.
Some of those bands are pretty great.
You should be invited to sing with every one of these bands on the list.
Well, I'm sure they have something to say about that.
Oh, that is so cool. And again, these are all free. They start at 6:30, but you can arrive earlier. Bring your own food. Bring your own blanket or some sort of chair.
Low back chair.
Any of these places sell food or drinks? If they...
Actually, I think we're going to have Murphy's Hotel is going to have food at the snack shack at the Murphy's Community Park.
Okay.
And then in Mountain Ranch, I know their snack shack, they're going to have, I know beverages, they've had ice cream. They're thinking this year to have hot dogs and things available. Excuse me, all of the snack shack food go to the park. The Arts Council just says open it up. I can't have Girl Scouts sell cookies there, but if the community park wants to have a food available, then they take the proceeds. But I will walk around with a blue bucket for donations for helping us fund music in the parks and to pay his salary.
Besides that little blue bucket, how else do you make your money to pay for these events?
Well, we are running our membership campaign. So for $35, you can be an individual member. We're having our big fundraiser, the Cajun Fete, on August 2nd at Sheep Ranch at the Pioneer Hotel. So that's huge. And then
That'll be fun.
And then I should circle back to Music in the Park, selling ads so they appear in our program. And then we also have, you know, it's basically a donation campaign to help us fund music in the parks. And remember, if there's any proceeds left over from all the expenses, that goes into the Arts and Ed program. That goes into the scholarships that we provide for the county residents.
Perfect.
So, you know, I feel like an NPR constant ad, please, you know. Don't donate your car, just donate cash.
Yeah. Well, it's such a worthy, important, every single thing you do is important for so many reasons. I mean, not only do you entertain all of us, but the things that you teach people, the income you bring to the area, well, showing off the local talent, that is huge.
It's been proven that our events actually bring people in from, you know, Lisa Bolton will say, you are a tourist, your events are tourist attractions. It's a reason why people not only see our natural beauty, they know they can kick back and be involved and don't feel like outsiders. Sometimes within a town event, when people come from outside the area, they feel like they're invading Murphy's or invading, overstepping the community of Copperopolis. And the thing about what the Art Council does is, since we're county focused, the more the merrier.
Yes. That's perfect. We have a few minutes left. I want to hear you sing again.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Me too.
Thank you so much for having me, both of you. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh my God, you can come back anytime.
I'll take you up on it. Be careful.
I'll just sit here and listen to you the whole half hour.
Oh man, that's so much fun. Okay, so I'm gonna do another new song, and I feel like I kind of sold it all as kind of folk and rock, and then I did a pop love song. So I'm gonna bring it back to something a little more storytelling and folky, if that's okay. The song's called The Lampalier.
Oh, that's right. That's the name of your new CD, isn't it?
Well, it's the single off the new CD.
Okay, cool.
The new CD is called The Optimist, which might sound a little ironic after you listen to the song, but oh well. And this is based on, I wrote this growing up in Murphy's and Silver City over Ebbets Pass. That's where all this song came from.
Oh, very nice. And just play us out. If we run out of time, I'd rather hear you sing than anything else.
Sounds
Go
good.
ahead.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, thanks. There was a poor old lampalier who'd corner any man draw near, solicit grinning ear to ear his time. Dear citizen, entrepreneur, bourgeoisie, raconteur, permit me the chance to fill your mind with my traveled torrid tale. No broken hearts, no angels ailing in some foreign castle in decline. But if you'll sit a minute, please, I tell you how your own two knees can carry you to hold the brightest eye ever to shine. Now most men over 5 and 20 long since learned to make their money pouring iron or pressing factory stamp. But me, I'd gone by many names, and I brought my parents aught but shame dishonorably they cast me out a tramp. Yes, said I tell you crystal clear, to me said the Lampalier's cold glazed piercing eyes once red and damp. Days a walk from this cold city hides a cave hole dark and gritty, and inside's a light that outshines anything I've ever burned inside my lamp. Lampalier, tell my mother it was the Lampalier. And 3 days out, Route 49, you'll find a town in deep decline that's left abandoned by all but the fools. Then go up walking in the hills and wander where the lighted wheels, but don't you buy the rations, maps, or tools. Now I had to stop the Lampalier, oh mister, you've not made it clear exactly the value of the light. Young man, said the old lamp maker, love your God and don't forsake her, but this light's the very holy source that gives your soul this life. The Lampalier, tell my mother it was the Lampalier. If you find my body here, carry it into the sun. Well, I obeyed the man's direction, brought no map, but found the section perfectly the Lampalier described. And I crawled head first into that hole, and I lost my grip and cracked my skull. And in the waning moment before I died, I recognized a well-dressed stranger, eyes ablaze. I played his game to watch him stoke his cold and glorious fire. And he held the shining lamp towards me, and rather than my soul set free, now may his flame burn all the brighter. Lampalier,